Welcome back to the Rouges and the Yanks. We talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Tonight we'll be talking about the CONCACAF group stage finale match between the USA and Canada. Before we talk about the game, I do want to mention that the camera quality should be upgraded with this, as I did get new camera, so it should go from 720 to 1080 at least. So hopefully it should be less fuzzy and the camera quality should be better. But if it isn't, just let me know and I'll try and see my best to fix it. Might have to even re-record if it's not working, but hopefully it's working fine. And yeah, but let's talk about the game. In this game, the USA would take a 1-0 victory over Canada as the Yanks scored in basically the first 20 minutes, and just that was it. But before we go into the details, let's read off the lineups for each team, starting with Team USA. So the USA played a 5-3-2 with Matt Turner in the back. And then Shaq Moore, Walker Zimmerman, James Shands, Matt Robinson, and Sam Vines, all on your 5 for your defense. And your 3 in the middle, you have Kellen Acosta, Gianluca Busio, and Sebastian Lletget. And then your 2 up top, you have Josh Zardes and Daryl DK. Now let's go to your starting 11 for La Rouge. And they played a 3-4-1-2. So they had Maxime Crepeau in the goalkeeping position, with Kamal Miller, Stephen Victoria, and Alistair Johnson. As your 3 on the back line. And then in your midfield, you had Tejan Buchanan, Samuel Piette, Leon Frazier, and Richie Larea in your midfield. And your cam position, your center attacking mid, you have Junior Hoylett. And then your strikers, you had Kyle Larin and Io Akinola. And without further ado, let's get into the game. So basically, 20 seconds in, the USA has a quick build-up, like right off the kickoff. It's a dream start. I mean, the ball goes, Kellen Acosta passes to Sebastian Lletget. Lletget then lays it off for Shaq Moore. Shaq Moore buries it. It's already 1-0 for the Yanks. And with that goal, Shaq Moore has also broken the record for the fastest goal in program U.S. history. And so, that's awesome. But then, in the 9th minute, Walker Zimmerman brings down Richie Larea in the box. But it looks like he was looking for the contact. Richie Larea went down kind of easily. So, there's no penalty there. But at the same time, from the different angle they show, it could have easily been a pin, depending on how the ref was feeling. But there is no pin, and the game goes on. 12th minute, Walker Zimmerman can't continue after that injury, because he did get injured in the process while going down in the box with Richie Larea. So Donovan Pines comes in for him. And then we go to the 20th minute. Zardes tries to head one on frame, but it's off. 22nd minute, Io Akinola now goes down for Canada with an injury, and he can't continue. So Jonathan Osorio comes in instead and takes his position. It's in the 25th minute. Alistair Johnson tries to tie up DK as he tries to prevent DK from scoring, and he successfully does so. But DK tries to do a little back heel, and that just goes wide. So another close call for Canada. And then in the 30th minute, Daryl DK weaves his way through the defenders, but Kamal Miller stood in his way to deny him from scoring for the USA. So another good to try for the USA, but it's no good. And in the 37th minute, Jonathan Osorio tries to dance in the box and just gets the shot off, but it's blocked by the USA. In the first minute of stoppage time, Tejan Buchanan has a cross, but no one's there to tap it home. And with that, it's halftime, and it's already 1-0 for the USA. However, despite the halftime, Canada begins to find the momentum towards the end of the second half after that hydration break. So the last 15 minutes of the first half was all Canada, as the U.S. really just scored and then just that was it. But they can't find the breakthrough. So the USA just continues to try, but they also are beginning to lose their possession dominance. And in the 46th minute, we have Donovan Pines plays a ball back to Kyle Larin and passes it. But Matt Turner made a save. And this one, Donovan Pines, what are you doing? I mean, this was a defensive breakdown. I know he's young, but come on, you got to be better than this. You got to be sharper. But he basically just gives the ball to Kyle Larin. It's a gift, but he can't do anything with it. So it's still 1-0 USA. But then in the 48th minute, Canada continues to pressure as Tejan Buchanan has a shot, but it's another save from Matt Turner to deny Canada from getting on the score sheet. And in the 50th minute, another Canadian player goes down in the box, but there is no contact yet again. And really, I noticed the ref was letting his players play in this Derby game. As there's a lot of probably missed calls that no penalties, by the way. So there was a lot of missed calls and possibly calls that could be calls. Either way, there were no penalties, and I thought that was really surprising. Then the 53rd minute, John Herdman brings on Lucas Cavallini as now Kyle Aaron for Canada can't continue as he's got an injury. So, and you can already tell the injuries are starting to mount up for both teams. Then the 65th minute, Reggie Buchanan misses a shot. He just whiffs this one. It just goes nowhere. Not a threat. Actually goes off of Gianluca Busio and out of the play. Poor shot. Got to do better. 76th minute, Tajon Buchanan he tries to whip a ball across, but Jonathan Osorio, he's there, but he can't do anything with it. It's out. It's another missed opportunity to tie the game for Canada. And then the 79th minute, it's Tajon Buchanan again, but this time he's a strike and tries to curl it around inside the post, but it's just a whisker wide. So close for Canada to find that tying goal that would have sent them that would probably avoid Mexico, depending on how they do against El Salvador tonight. But it's still 1-0 USA. And then finally, a last-ditch effort in the fourth minute of stoppage time, Lucas Cavallini has a shot, but it goes right to Matt Turner. He sees it all the way. No surprise there, and it's the end of the match. The Yanks escape to win the group and also win the game 1-0 by a narrow margin. This performance for them was almost like the one they had against Haiti, almost a mirror exact performance. They scored early, and they basically just defended the whole time. I'll talk more about it, but let's go to the stats as Canada outshot the USA, as the USA only had 6 shots, so Canada had 14, so double the shots. And then they had 1 shot on target for the USA, and that one went in the back of the net. Canada had 3, and then USA lost the possession battle, 45% to 55%. USA completed 419 passes to Canada's 499 passes, so basically 500. And then 83% pass accuracy to 89% pass accuracy. 10 fouls apiece. No yellow cards, no red cards, no offsides. 1 corners to 3. So, to me, the stats scream Canada, although it was one of those games where the USA just started early and just everything just for them was just defensive. They almost seemed like they were parking the bus at times because they just wanted to get the goal and get out of there alive to win the group. And that's exactly, for me, is what they did. They scored early, and then basically almost like they used up all their gas in the first 20 seconds. Because from there, the USA didn't really have any real threats. But Canada really just started turning the tables on them. And really, for the USA, this was a key turning point. But, yeah, from a neutral standpoint, this is weird. As, I said, one team got worse after they started, and the other team just got progressively better as the game went on. So, this was weird, As I said, the USA almost like they used up all their gas. And in Canada, just after getting punched in the mouth earlier, bounced back. Or unfortunately, they didn't score, but they almost seemed to bounce back in terms of trying to fight and taking the fight back to the United States. And then for me, the refereeing for this game was pretty questionable and pretty spotty at times. As I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of players that went down in the box, but most of those were no calls. Actually, all of those were no calls. And there could have been a few moments where I thought that there could have been a penalty given or a foul. It was weird, And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to say that the referee favored the USA, which at times could seem true, but I don't know. Sometimes we did see the Canada went down easily, but at the same time, there are some calls that could be either way, depending on, let's say, how it felt earlier on. But for the USA, this is another CONCACAF type gritty win. Even though the performance was horrible, absolute garbage. This gotta be cleaned up for them. But hey, they did they got the win, and that's what they're gonna say. They got the win, just like Haiti. That's all that mattered to win the group. But it's got to be better. This was messy, and same for Canada. I know they had shots both going on, but it's got to be both teams got to clean this up. Going into the knockout rounds, it's got to be cleaned up. Canada had shots that were on, but they couldn't finish. You got to be better. I'm talking point blank shots that they could have had some strikes, but no luck. And then for the USA, you got to clean this up. I know this is a young team, and they're going to say that, they're young, right? But even then, at some point, we can't say they're young forever, as they got to start learning. These are learning. This game was a learning opportunity for this young USA team, right? They had to fight and actually grind through the win, as this was no Martinique or even Haiti. Even though Haiti gave them trouble. So, and for the USA, this is a learning lesson. But and it's even for Canada too. You got punched in the mouth early, and I mean, despite getting punched in the mouth, they actually tried to come back and fight, but they just couldn't finish. That's a learning lesson. You got to finish your chances, and always be on your toes. Like, I mean, right out the bat, from the starting whistle to the finishing whistle. You can't slack. And I don't know what happened the first 20 minutes with Canada, as the USA basically just, it was just quick, lightning quick. And obviously for Canada, hopefully they're going to take a long look at the film going into the knockout rounds. Each team does have a week between now and the next game. So hopefully both teams need to look at the film, look at this game in particular, long and hard, and clean up some of the areas that need some work. And one concern I do have for both teams, there are major injuries for both teams, as I said, as now you got Akinola, DK, Laren, Sands, and Walker Zimmerman all on injury concerns. So you're going to need these players are also the key roles for the knockout rounds. And if none of these players are available, then it's going to be a tight road for both teams going forward, both Canada and the USA. So hopefully these players that are banged up, hopefully they can recover, or they're all right. But going on, hopefully you're going to need them. Definitely going to need them, especially if Canada plays Mexico, depending on how Mexico does tonight against El Salvador, or the U.S. for that matter. Whenever they play Mexico, you're going to need these players regardless, including for Honduras and Jamaica and teams that are also going to be dealing. Because from here on out, for both teams, the road gets tough. There are no more easy wins. These are going to be grind out, hard-nosed fight games, as all the island teams are gone, and it's just going to be teams that are either getting better in CONCACAF or teams that know what it's like to win. So you're going to have to fight, especially for the young USA side. You're going to have to fight. And then, but for Canada, no, we can make all the excuses we want. Like, say, if we had Jonathan David or Alphonso Davies, the game could have been better, right? But as I said, too, including for the U.S., if we didn't lose Walker Zimmerman or any other players, the game probably wouldn't looked as sloppy as it did. Doesn't matter. We can make all the what-ifs we want. But at the end of the day, it's about, as I said many times in the channel, it's about what you have to work with in front of you. Players that are not available, you use what you got and you make the best of it. Don't make excuses. You just get it done. And that's what hopefully both these teams can do going forward. Just grinding out wins. Just get it done. I mean, obviously I want it to be clean, but at the worst, I mean, you just get it done. But last thing I want to say for Canada is that they did do very well marking Zardes and DK. They did really contain them, as they really didn't have any good chances going forward. They had a few, but I mean, most notably DK. But going forward, DK really didn't have any strong chances, as well as Zardes. And I mean, when Matthew Hoppe came on, he was kind of a thorn in the side for a little bit against Canada, although he didn't really cause any threats. He didn't get any shots on target, as Shaq Moore was the only shot on target. But that is something good, a positive for Canada, is that, hey, they've proven that they can contain big guys and fast guys. And going forward in this tournament, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, as well as the USC do, now that they have hard or some more challenging teams ahead of them. And that pretty much does it, for this game analysis. Just saying both teams have to improve drastically. Take these performances, take a long look at them on the film. Whatever you got to do, just make it better. Clean this up. Unacceptable going into the knockout rounds. You have a week to prepare. Use that week and use it wisely. That's all I can say. But if you like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe it. Tell all your friends. Also tell all your friends that the Gold Cup is getting interesting.